Right now, someone in the United States is going into cardiac arrest. And statistically, someone nearby, a bystander, a stranger, maybe a family member, will freeze. Not because they don't care, because they never learned what to do, or they learned it once years ago and forgot it the moment it mattered. Here's the number that changed how I think about this. 70% of cardiac arrests happen at home. The person most likely to save your parent, your partner, or your child is you. And yet most people have never done a single compression on an actual person. This video fixes that. In the next 10 minutes, you are going to know exactly what to do, and more importantly, what not to do, so that when it counts, your body takes over and your brain doesn't have to. Stay with me. Let me ask you something. If someone collapsed in front of you right now, what would you do? Most people say, call 911, then start CPR. That part is right. But here's where it falls apart. How many compressions per minute? Most people guess somewhere between 60 and 100. The real answer is 100 to 120, and that's a lot faster than people think. How deep do you push? People say a few inches. The correct answer is at least 2 inches, which on a real human chest feels alarming. Most people stop short because it doesn't feel right. And stopping short means the blood isn't actually moving. Do you do rescue breaths? Half the people I've asked say yes, half say no. Both groups are partly right, and we'll cover why in a moment. Here's the thing nobody tells you. CPR training classes often do a great job teaching you the steps. They do a bad job preparing you for what it actually feels like. The physical resistance of a chest, the noise, the chaos, the fact that your hands will shake. That gap between knowing the steps and being able to execute them is what this channel exists to close. I call it the panic gap, and today we're going to bridge it. Before you touch anyone, take 2 seconds to make sure you are safe. A car that's still running, a live wire, a dangerous fall location. These matter. You cannot help someone if you become a second victim. Now approach the person and check for responsiveness. Tap their shoulders firmly, like this, and say loudly, "Are you okay? Can you hear me?" No response. Now you move. If there are other people around, point at a specific person, not the crowd, one person, and say, "You, call 911 right now." Pointing at one individual stops the bystander effect. Everyone assumes someone else will call. Make it someone's explicit job. If you're alone, call 911 yourself and put it on speakerphone. The dispatcher will walk you through everything in real time. They are trained for this. While that's happening, send someone to find an AED, an automated external defibrillator. They're in most public buildings now, gyms, airports, offices, schools. We'll do a whole separate video on AEDs. For now, send someone to find one while you start compressions. Tilt the head back gently by placing one hand on the forehead and lifting the chin with 2 fingers of the other hand. Look, listen, feel for no more than 10 seconds. Normal breathing? Don't start CPR. Put them in the recovery position. No breathing or only gasping? Start compressions immediately. Gasping is not breathing. It's a reflex. Do not wait. Kneel beside the person. Place the heel of one hand on the center of their chest, on the lower half of the breastbone, right between the central gastric sternum. Lace your other hand on top. Fingers interlaced. Fingers lifted off the chest. Arms straight. Lock your elbows. This matters. Bent elbows tire out in 30 seconds. Now push down at least 2 inches, that's 5 centimeters, and let the chest fully rise back up between compressions. Full recoil. Don't lean on the chest between. Pushes. The rate is 100 to 120 compressions per minute. Here's the trick I use to get the pace right. The song "Stayin' Alive" by the Bee Gees is almost exactly 103 beats per minute. Hum it in your head. Your compressions should match the beat. Compression-only CPR, no rescue breaths, is now recommended for untrained bystanders. It is almost as effective as full CPR for the first few minutes, and it removes the barrier that stops most people from starting at all. So if you are not trained in rescue breaths, or you're not comfortable performing them, keep compressing. Do not stop to attempt breaths. If you are trained, after every 30 compressions, give 2 rescue breaths. Tilt the head, lift the chin, pinch the nose closed, seal your lips over their mouth, and breathe in for 1 second, just enough to see the chest visibly rise. If it doesn't rise, reposition the head and try once more. 2 breaths, then immediately back to 30 compressions. 30 compressions, 2 breaths. 30 compressions, 2 breaths. Don't stop. CPR is exhausting. If there is another person present, swap every 2 minutes. Call out before you swap so there's no gap in compressions. Do not stop unless the person starts breathing normally, a trained responder takes over, an AED is ready to be used. You are physically unable to continue. Turn it on. Follow the voice instructions exactly. It will tell you everything. Place the pads as shown in the diagram. Clear the person before it delivers a shock. Resume compressions immediately after the shock. AEDs are designed to be used by people with no medical training. Trust the machine. Now, 3 things I want you to remember when your brain goes blank, because it will. People hold back because they're afraid of hurting someone. Here's the reality. Yes, you might break a rib. Rib fractures happen in about 30% of CPR cases, even when done correctly. A broken rib heals. Cardiac arrest doesn't fix itself. Shallow compressions don't circulate blood. A hard compression that cracks a rib is dramatically more effective than a gentle compression that keeps the heart still. Push harder than necessary for effective done-awake hug. That's the threshold where it actually works. Brain damage begins within 4 to 6 minutes of no blood flow. The ambulance averages 7 to 10 minutes. That gap between when the heart stops and when paramedics arrive is entirely in your hands. CPR doesn't restart the heart. What it does is keep oxygenated blood flowing to the brain, buying time for the defibrillator to do its job. You are not trying to save them. You are buying them time to be safe. If panic hits and you forget everything else, say these 3 words to yourself. Pump, breathe, repeat. Pump, chest compressions, hard and fast. Breathe, 2 rescue breaths, or skip if untrained. Repeat, don't stop. That's it. Your whole job in an emergency is 3 words. Everything else, the rate, the depth, the ratio, will come back to you once your hands start moving. The body remembers movement faster than the brain remembers instructions. Start moving. Here's what I want you to do right now. Not tomorrow, not after the video. 1, save this video. Not for yourself. For the moment someone else needs to see it in a hurry. 2, watch it again with someone you live with. That's not a drill. That's just being the kind of household that's ready. 3, if this gave you something, a clear answer to a question you didn't know you had, subscribe. Because this is what we do here. Every single week, we take the emergencies that people are too scared to prepare for, and we make them approachable, practical, possible. You don't need a medical degree to save someone's life. You need to know 3 words and be willing to start. Pump, breathe, repeat. I'll see you in the next one. Next week, choking. Because here's the thing, choking kills differently than cardiac arrest. The window to act is shorter. It happens in public more often, and the instinct most people have to slap someone on the back is not just wrong. In some cases, it makes things worse. Next Tuesday, I'll show you the exact moment you intervene, the exact technique, and the one situation where the Heimlich maneuver is completely off the table. You do not want to miss that one. Subscribe so you don't.